All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And as you can see in the title, something is happening to the drinkers. And I just had to put the drinkers as a code name, for you know who. If you read the thumbnail carefully, you'll be able to pick up on who the drinkers are. All right, basically those that took it, that drank the thing, the Kool-Aid. At this point, we've come up with so many terms for them, but there's something going on. All right, something happening that is not by coincidence. All right, if you watched that documentary, okay, the DS documentary, all right, died, the rest, you would see that in the documentary they were mentioning, and when they actually explained why a lot of the causes of death is that, either heart attack or a pulmonary embolism or myocarditis or whatever the case is. But basically they were explaining why, why that a lot of people are starting to, drop dead because of that. Now I got to be very, very careful with this video because this is a very sensitive topic here, and we all know how they get when it comes to these things. Now, just recently, I believe on the 30th, you had, I forgot his name, but he was a former NFL player. I think it was Uche Nwaneri or something like that. Basically, they said that he got taken to the spirit world suddenly. Okay, he slept suddenly, and he was somebody that was pushing, to be a drinker. He was promoting that. They said that he was even calling for jail time for the sober people. All right, and we're the sober ones. We're the ones that don't drink. All right, if you get it, you get it. If you know, you know. But there's something happening to these drinkers, man. Okay, because it's the same thing that you keep hearing over and over and over again. They slept suddenly. Their sign happened with they caught a heart attack or something like that. And in the doc, all right, they explained how, whatever alcohol they drunk, whatever substance that they drunk, the Kool-Aid, is basically causing, things to grow inside of them, which eventually blocks those arteries and those veins, and then the heart is not able to either receive blood, or whatnot, but it gets choked out, at some point. Okay, and they're excreting these things out of these people in the morgues and whatnot, and when they're these embalmers are doing this. Now, we have to ultimately watch and see, but the scriptures talk about being circumspect, right? It talks about watching, redeeming the times, for the days are evil, not being ignorant of Satan's devices. Because as time goes on, we're gonna see more and more what happens, but this is the beginning of 2023, so it's very interesting. It's been you had people that started drinking, a good while back. Some people it's been 8 months, some people it's been a year, some people 16 months. Now, I also saw a video yesterday. I think I posted a screenshot or so, but it said, I think 17 or so thousand scientists and doctors coming out saying that, look, they should sue these companies for fraud, because they're saying that the alcohol, the drink, is leading to people, being put to sleep. They're saying that there's a correlation there. So you got to think about it, right? They have confirmed with these manufacturers that prior to putting their products on the market, they knew that it wasn't going to do what they were telling people it would do. And even to this day, they know, and yet they're still pushing it. So ask yourself, well, whatever it is, they spent time making it, right? It's something, but it's not what they said it was. So the question is, then what is it? What is its job? What is it supposed to do if not what they said? Because they're still pushing, and they were pushing hard and heavy to the point where you couldn't go to work, you lost your jobs. I mean, they pushed hard. So that means that whatever it was, it had to be something that they really wanted people to drink. And on top of that, they have explicitly come out their mouths and said it. They said that this guy Billy Gates said it, that if they do a really good job with this, that they can reduce, you know, the amount of people that are on this planet. And people sat there and clapped. And they're doing exactly what they said they wanted to do. And people are letting them. So this is looking to be very, very interesting. And I mean, let's see. You know, let's see, because what's happening with these people? You know, is it just because now it's being reported? Is this something normal that just happens, and then now people are just reporting it more, so it sounds like a lot more is happening? Or is there something diabolical actually going on here? We have to watch and see. Okay, but we have to be circumspect. This is why you have to have that faith, man. You have people that got so shook. Oh, my job. Oh, my this. They're coming for me. Oh, I got it in. And now look at you. Okay, we're here. We're alive. We're good. So what's going on? You have people talking about, oh no, the faith doesn't mean that don't drink it, but hope you'll be all right. No, the faith means you could drink it, but then you have faith that you'll still be all right. Go ask. There was a female preacher or pastor who was saying some BS like that. She was saying trust the pseudoscience. She ended up trusting it and then dropped, she went to sleep a couple days after. Her congregation started realizing maybe we shouldn't trust this science after all. And a lot of people, and it's a very similar cause of, But hey, let me start off here. This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So, I mean, it doesn't matter what they say, okay, about what it is. You can't trust them. The scriptures say never trust thine enemy. And if you know that he's your enemy, I mean, this is the same devil that lynched your ass, had you in shackles, sold you on auction blocks. And that's in this time. If you go back in history, this is the same devil. It's the same spirits coming back. So what made you think that at some point they would change their minds and now they care about you? Remember, they said they wanted you to take it first. Right? The blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you gotta come have a sip. We know you're thirsty. Let us quench your thirst. Come drink some of this tea. And then you had certain Israelites that were all saying it. Well, if you went and drank it, you better be careful. You better be careful. I mean, ultimately we know that it's up to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. The Lord can do anything. The Lord can say, look, I'm gonna have mercy on such and such. Maybe you drink it, but I'm gonna have mercy on you anyway. I mean, look, when you look at the three holy children, they were cast in the fire. They were supposed to die, but they didn't because the Lord intervened. So the Lord can have mercy on who he wants to, but then again, he can also say, look, that's your ass. And you do not want to be, and this is exactly what we warned you about. You do not want to be in that position where now you're afraid. Any little thing that you feel within you or you hear on the news, you start to get shook. Why? Because you're like, damn, if this is really true, I'm screwed. If there's a pattern here, and these people who these drinkers are starting to go to sleep, shit, maybe I might go to sleep. And you don't want that. That's a restless feeling, man. But for every action, there are consequences. And then on top of that, the elder brother Amawal Gabar, he made this point in the video I was watching. This was a while back. He mentioned how they also destroyed the Georgia Guidestones, which on there it says that they want to reduce the world population, by a drastic amount, I believe to like 500 million or so. So I mean, if you look at the sequence of events, they push this narrative. They offer you this wine, this strong drink. People, a good amount of people took this strong drink, and then now all of a sudden they destroy the Georgia Guidestones that has been there for so long. Could it be that they have you know, they're satisfied knowing that, all right, a good amount of people have drunk this thing, and you know, we can start to get to work? Let's see. There were also videos that were done a while back about this Hydra and, you know, this thing that's living and grow. Hey, it's so many possible things out there, and that's why you didn't want to expose yourself to this, man, because this is inside you. They said it was gonna stay in one spot, and then they found out that it doesn't stay in one spot. That shit runs around. Now they're saying that it was found in somebody's brain. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, and I'm gonna go straight to the point. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 24. It says, because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have, and how did the Lord call? By way of his prophets. You know, calling you to repentance. Calling you, giving you, telling you, look, this is what you should do, this is what you should not do. So what if they want to take your job? Okay, the Lord is the one who's going to provide you with your daily bread. He gave you the job in the first place. Have faith. But remember that there's consequences when you don't have faith, because you're going to take certain actions that you shouldn't have. And now you got to see. Now, I'm not saying that this is exactly what it is. I'm putting some thoughts out there. That's what I'm saying. All right. I'm saying that I'm seeing things and I'm thinking things. I could be wrong. I could be right, but we got to watch and see. You know, I'm not saying that this is the exact reason, but I'm saying that keep your eyes open, because something is happening. And we know that we're coming into a time of Jacob's trouble. So there's going to be a whole lot of death anyway. But something is happening. Now, as more and more information is coming out, more and more people are coming out saying this, saying that, saying this. These devils might pull something else to try and cover their ass. They might pull something else to try and switch the whole topic. Who knows? All right, so it says here, verse 24, because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out mine hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When you start to be afraid, you start to be unsure. You know, you start to hope. Now you know you want to listen. Now you want to do this, but it's too late. All right? Because that I'm going to do what I want to do energy is going to get you messed up. It's going to get you so messed up. Because you're going to say, I'm going to do what I want to do, and then you go and try it and find out that you messed up. It says, when your fear cometh as desolation. And this is just one of it. The Lord spoke about pestilences. He spoke about, you know, famines, earthquakes, and all manner of ways of death, all manner of destruction. The time is short, man, and people better get ready. All this game playing is going to stop. The Lord is going to put a halt to it abruptly in a very, very terrifying way. And everybody's going to be afraid then, some more than others. So it says here, when your fear cometh as desolation and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. Why? Because they're going to be desperate. They're going to be desperate. They're going to be looking for any help they can get. People are going to be losing their minds. People have no idea what time they're living in. That's ultimately what it comes down to. The average individual has no idea what time they're living in. They have no idea that the things happening in this time are not coincidence. These aren't things that just happen. They come and they fly by and they go away, and then life goes back to normal. But that's what they think. They think that, oh, well, I had to do it because what's going to happen to me in 3 years, in 5 years? Am I just going to live like this continually? They don't see that there's something more taking place here. And something major is coming down the pipe that whatever lifestyle you're living now is going to be completely different. Like what's it called? In some of these post-apocalyptic movies, you'll notice that when after all hell breaks loose, when they reminisce, sometimes they'll be thinking, damn, it all happened so fast. Just last week I was taking my kids to school, or just a few days ago I was picking up my daughter from school. And now look at the world. Now buildings are on fire, people are dead everywhere. Everything is in chaos. There's no food, everything is just chaotic. Things happen fast, man. They happen fast. And some real drastic things are about to take place. So it says here, verse 28, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. So you're going to reap what you sow. They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. And the reason that we keep mentioning this is because it's not just like some random thing. There's actually documents written on this. When you read in the book, what's the name of this book? Behold a Pale Horse. There's a section in there that talks about how they through their statistical research, you have different organizations like the Club of Rome, and I think there's something called, was it Global 2000 or something like that? But basically, they did all this research and came up with the conclusion that the world doesn't have much longer because of the depletion of resources and the increase of birth rates. There's going to be overpopulation and so on and so forth. So they did all the statistics and they thought, okay, what is an efficient way to, cull to reduce that number? So in their minds, they can save the planet or whatever. And I forgot the name of this doctor, but he basically, they said, look, why don't we do this through a drink, lack of a better word, right? The juice, the Kool-Aid. We introduce something like that, where we put this propaganda out here, and that scares people into actually taking the real dangerous thing. You see? So that's how do you get millions of people to willingly take a, a death shot? Well, you create a boogeyman and have the boogeyman, like, what's an example? If you have, I don't know, maybe like a herd of sheep or whatnot, and sometimes you'll see how they'll have like these dogs that chase the sheep so the sheep can go in the right direction. You chase them, you block them off here, and then you block them off here, then you block them off here, and they're naturally gonna run in one kind of direction. So that's basically what they did. They said, look, we want to get you to run in this direction, so we're gonna scare you on this side, scare you on that side, scare you on this side. Oh, look, now it's attacking people that are 6 feet tall. Oh, now it's attacking mainly men. Oh, now it went from attacking Chinese people to now blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, trying to get you to go in this one direction. Oh, now if you can't go to work, your job, you're this, you're that. And then they got people to run and willingly let their guard down and go drink. Now you drunk and you don't know what's going to happen to you. We all watching. You watching, we watching. Let's see. See, this is like the Titanic. The only thing is, we not on the sinking ship, Lord willing. We said, hell nah. Oh, we ain't doing that shit. We ain't even getting on the ship to begin with. We're going to stand on the shore. So now you on the ship, we on the shore. We see something is wrong, but we all watching to see how it goes. The only problem is, if it gets confirmed that your ship is sinking, we not sinking with you. We told you not to go, but you said, no, I have to. So now you sinking alone. Now we all understand the same thing. You know you sinking, we know you sinking. But see, you'd be an idiot to want to be that individual who says, I told you so, and both of y'all sinking. No. We can say I told you so from a safe distance. Ultimately, it's not about it, but the point is that We're not going to be here to, oh, damn, I told you we should have jumped ship. No, no, no. Told you what we told you through the Spirit. You didn't listen. Now it is what it is. Let's see. Let's keep going. So it says, Proverbs chapter 1, verse 30. They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Because we're going to witness the things that are happening on the earth. At one point, they, oh, look, see, you don't got a job, you can't work, you're doing this, you can't do this. Why don't you just go do it? Oh, my mom was pressuring me, so I did it. Oh, my this, oh, my that. But look, now it's time to watch. Now we're waiting. Now we're seeing. It looks like there's a correlation. There, different pieces of information coming out. I can't sit here and tell you for certain that this is what it is. But then again, I can't completely dismiss it either. So now it's just a matter of time. Okay, but hey, we know that something is definitely going on, because we know how Esau rolls. Okay, we know how this devil moves. So he may not come out and tell you clearly, but he has to have an agenda. Right? The question you should be asking is, why? What was the reason behind this thing? There's so many things that came out of it, but what was the reason behind that push? Such an adamant drive and push. You gonna drink this thing. You gonna drink this thing. If you don't drink this thing, then you're not getting this. They started with incentives. Then they moved it to mandates. Then they dropped it after a certain amount. The shit is not adding up. There's something going on. Okay, there's something going on. And it's only a matter of time before it all gets fully revealed. But whatever it is, hey, whatever it is, it's something. So let's see. All right, they're saying the numbers keep going up. And people have their own predictions, but let's see what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai does. At the end of the day, we're going to keep our trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. As a matter of fact, let me actually finish it off with this. All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33, verse 6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. And you'll start to see, if you haven't already, how crucial it is to have the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because you have direction, you have stability. Okay, all right, let me trust in the Spirit and do this, or let me not do this, because it's in the end, all right, at the end of it all, those that trust in the Spirit are going to be taken care of. Those that call upon the true name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, believe in the Lord, he will guide you, he will lead you, and make sure that you don't make the wrong turn. So it says here, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. And remember what Yahushua said, about he prayed for the men that, his elect, right? The men that take heed, the men that teach, but also those that would believe through their words. So if we come and we speak unto you the words of salvation, the words of the Lord, but you don't take heed and you don't listen, then you're pretty much out there. You're pretty much out there on your own. So, hey, we all got to pray for mercy from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because we're definitely living in some unprecedented times. Okay? In 2023, well, let's see what the Lord brings. So with that, I'm going to end it here. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. Keep your eyes open. Don't be ignorant of Satan's devices, man. And stay in the Spirit and stay in prayer. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodesh. Until next time.